Hello everybody. The video you're about to watch is actually a small chunk of a much larger stream. If you'd like to go and watch the entire thing in all of its weird, wacky, and unusual glory, head on over to Red's Stream Archive and you'll be able to watch it. These do come out a fair bit after those stream archives are uploaded, which are about 1 week after the stream itself. So you're still a little bit behind, and if you go there, you'll have a little bit extra. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Yeah, they call it This is also something I find really hilarious in a... geez, that's a real thing in this. Or a thing in real life, I guess I should say. Gadgetron basically makes everything in these games. And that means that they make the Invincible lock, and they also make the Trespasser. So they made a lock that they claim is unbeatable, and then they made a thing specifically to beat it. Go. More sharks. Let's see how you like some fire. All right. Now, if memory serves, I need to crouch and go. Oh, was it the other side? Or maybe I'm just wrong. Nope, just wrong. Could have swore that one of those was one of the top pipes in some area in this game was open. There we go. Go. Yeah, I missed something. Probably a swing. Oh, or just straight up an opening in the fence. Okay. Ah, hey, man.
No signal whatsoever. This downtime is killing me. Do you need medical attention, sir?
Don't be so literal, son. The problem is I'm stranded on this backwater planet and my star client is nowhere to be found.
Hey, we saw you on that info bot. You're Skid's agent.
Was Skid's agent. Haven't seen him since our ship crashed. And an agent without a client is like a flea without a dog. Say,
Good
you look
comparison.
like an athletic kid. If you can bring back the championship prize from the hoverboard races in Blackwater City, I'll make you my next star.
We have no time for trivial matters, sir.
I could be the next Skid McMarks.
So yeah, this is something we can't complete while we're here. We gotta get over there. We gotta get to the planet and get there and complete the hoverboard race. Before we do that, though, we need to head over here. Hey, Skid.
It's him, Skid McMarks.
That man from the infobot.
In the flesh, little dude. You guys get a load of that epic space battle I was in?
We saw you, screaming for help.
That was like a war cry. My agent and I got ambushed on the way to hoverboard practice.
Did he survive the crash, sir?
He's okay, but I've had a little trouble getting back to my ship due to my sprained ankle.
Oh, come on.
If you can take out all the sand sharks, I just might have a spare hoverboard for you.
We'd love to help you, Mr. McMarks, but Ratchet and I need to find Captain...
One of your boards? I've always wanted a decent hoverboard. Well, all right. You just keep that foot elevated.
I will point out that Clank very much being the idealist does make Ratchet seem a little bit self-centered. That's one that's commonly missed. Go over there and you gotta use some kind of explosive. You can't just hit it with your wrench. But yeah, so even with these sand sharks, it's still the same as the robot dogs in the last area. They have a thing that spawns them. And those things that spawn them have a set number of bolts that they can release each time that they spawn a new creature. They use up some of the bolts and that becomes the creature's drops. So, you know, just leaving the spawn thing and letting it spawn infinite will eventually wear it out, and then you'll just have enemies that you're killing for no reason. Just wasting ammo. Alright. 19 more sand sharks, 2 more spawners. Should all be over here. Oh, great. I missed one sand shark somewhere. Oh, there you are.
Here, man. Catch.
A brand new Z3000. You can't even buy these.
Well, I got a bail. Catch you dudes at the hoverboard races.
You've just acquired a Gadgetron Z3000 hoverboard. Use your new hoverboard at the racetrack in Blackwater City on Planked Rail Gardens.
Alright. So that's literally all we can do here. I mean, there is technically a gold bolt we could find off in the distance over there. But I don't remember off the top of my head how we're actually supposed to get there. So... remember it being something that was stupidly easy, like going a different way or something, but... Alright. Time to get to the next planet. Okay, so we've been to there, we've been to there. Just the logging site. Meanwhile, aboard Chairman Drek's flagship, Eudora.
Yes, quite lovely. That should just about do it. Commander, we are finished with this world. Commence towing our planet to its next destination. Lieutenant!
Yes, sir.
You have fulfilled your tree quota. Barely.
We are ready to return to base.
Not so fast, Lieutenant. Just because we don't need any more trees doesn't mean they should have them. Destroy everything.
Yeah, evil for evil's sake. And you know what? It's refreshing in today's stuff. I mean, even in my own D&D stuff, I like my villains to be not admirable, but I prefer to say understandable. Yeah, they're evil, undoubtedly. But their reason for being evil is something that most people could understand, is like, yeah, no, maybe I could see that if I had some really twisted logic. Also, new bath. So yeah, these trespasses are pretty easy. They do get a little bit more complicated later on, when they start introducing blockers. Because then you have to start taking order into consideration. There we go. So yeah, this whole section is a place is a thing you couldn't have done if you didn't have both the grappling hook and the trespasser, which you need the grappling hook to get the trespasser. There we go. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Something I forget somewhat frequently is that this game doesn't have any real coyote time. For anyone that may not know what that is, in most games, especially modern games and modern platformers, they have what's typically called coyote time. Basically, for a few frames after when your character's hitbox technically hits the ground, technically leaves the ground, you can still jump and have it be a valid
Double
jump.
tapping the triangle button, you can quickly switch between your two most
Here
recently
we go.
used weapons.
So this
or hand gadgets.
is where the blockers start coming in. Because you see, you could use this one to hit it, this middle, but you couldn't use either of the outsides. So that's where the blockers start becoming a problem. Start making it a little bit more complicated. Hey, man. Yeah, we're not worth it.
You sure
Well,
showed him.
I
Ratchet's not
suppose
worth
I
it.
did.
Is your current occupation leaving a rotten taste in your mouth? Then you need to know about BTS, Blog Tactical Research Station. Hi, I'm Supreme Executive Chairman Drek, and we here at BTS are seeking motivated individuals to fill positions in these exciting careers. Grind boot tester, warhead assembly technician, mutant animal husbandry, robot repairman, suck cannon test dummy, and administrative assistant. So call BTS. Build our weapons while you build your future.
I'm calling BTS today.
Now we're talking. Did you see all the cool gadgets they're making? Let's go get some.
No, we must continue our search for Captain Quark.
You're absolutely right.
I am?
Sure. We need to find Quark. Although when we find him, wouldn't it be nice to be able to tell him where Chairman Drek is?
I suppose.
Well, we go to the space station and talk to the scientists. They work for Drek, so they're bound to know where he is.
I am unsure about your logic.
Ah, you think too much. Come on, let's go.
He's a robot. That's literally like primary function is think too much. So yeah, that path that was locked behind two gadgets that are optional up to this point, one of which requires the other, is our main way of progressing and required us to have those items. So, entirely optional, entirely missable. Aha.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Oh, Glove of Doom is like one of my favorites. I am getting that. Just you hold up, baby. Papa's coming. Glove of Doom, there's a, I forget which one it is. It's a bodyguard one. And then there's also a chainsaw one. It is also a personal favorite of mine. The chainsaw one I really like because its shots ricochet and bounce. Let's try this way first. So in enclosed areas, that one is just a melter. Especially in the later games where you can upgrade, where they upgrade over time. And the upgraded version of the ones with the bouncing shots will also split. It's like, oh, just a room full of projectiles. path that is potentially missable. Not a lot on this path just yet. But still. Also, I like how another thing I like about this game. If you kill an enemy with fire, the bolts they drop are singed. I like that. It's a little detail, but it's a little detail. It's like, yeah, no, that would make sense. They're a little bit ashy. There we go. We need 7,500 for the Glove of Doom. I want that glove. But yeah, so for everything but the Rhino I was talking about earlier, you can get all of those guns without any real trouble during just normal gameplay. The only one that is difficult to get is the Rhino itself. Okay, it just looked a little out of place, and there's a little alcove, so I figured I'd try. I don't think I've ever done a playthrough where I got all the gold bolts. Maybe that could be another objective if I still want to keep playing after we've beaten the game and got the gold.
You can view a map of the world by pressing the select button or
So yeah, and you can kind of see where you've gone, objectives, things like that.
pressing the right panel.
Oh, and something else that weapons upgrading would do would also be increasing ammo, increasing the ammo supply. So it's like, this only has 200, but as it upgraded, because it's a rapid fire weapon, they might increase it to 300 or even 400 over time, allowing you to carry more and not having to worry so much about ammo. As with most games at the time, they iterated. Ooh. They iterated on the games. It's like, well, what worked, what didn't, what was annoying, what can we do to make it better? Unfortunately, most games are not like that nowadays because, well, not because the game developers don't care. The game developers definitely do. But because, the people that are paying them want the games out as quick as possible and want it as safe as possible. And adding new mechanics, figuring out what you did right and what you didn't, is a very iterative process and takes time. Time that most game companies aren't willing to give the developers. Hey, we don't even have the Cup of Doom yet, although we've got the money for it. Get that head back in. Also, something I was always afraid of when playing these games as a kid is that the game devs would hide an explosive crate in those crate piles that you couldn't see, kind of try and get you. I don't remember it ever actually happening. It was a completely unfounded fear. It was definitely a fear. Come here. You get burnt. Yes, I took a hit. And yes, I don't care.
Sweet!
Gadgetron's suck cannon can vacuum up multiple enemies, then fire them out as high-caliber missiles. Caution, enemies must be small enough to fit inside the barrel.
Yeah. This is also, so this is like the first actually weird weapon that we get in this, the suck cannon. Suck in small enemies to fire them out as projectiles.
I got some great bargains for you today.
Glove of Doom. So, Glove of Doom, toss that out. It lets out all these little guys. And what do? Well, if there was an enemy nearby, they'd run around, they'd run up to him, fight him, and explode. They're some of my favorite because I love little things like that where it's like, just toss them out and they do the work. All right. Well, all right, everyone. That's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you want, you can take a look right over here, and that will be whatever YouTube thinks of my content will be best for you to watch. Or you can look over here, and that will be the playlist for the rest of this game as I'm playing through it. So, as always, I hope you'll have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. TTFN.